it's pretty straightforward for television, radio, traditional media and that sort of thing. Just make sure your work is really excellent and excellently packaged. I think where it becomes much more important on how you package your awards is when you're doing a case study. I think that you have to keep it really short and concise. Be as direct as possible. Don't talk in generics like saying it did really well. Give specifics if it's going to add to your case. Make sure your case study doesn't go over 2.5 minutes. Judges get incredibly bored incredibly quickly. And just make sure that you only enter work that you know has the potential to do really, really well, because the standards are really high, and anything that sort of is average will get kicked out, so don't waste your money. I think that, you know, Loerie Awards, and Cannes for that matter, there's a much more importance placed on what creativity can do for your business. I think that all the big corporates are taking it really seriously, and more and more people are coming down to the awards, to the Loeries, and they're investing in that because they realize the value of creativity. There's been more case studies showing that creativity works for your brand. I think where we're going to strike problems, or where we do strike problems, is that it's still quite difficult for clients to accept very brave work or innovative work, even though they desperately want to do that, because you know, creativity is unquantifiable in some ways, in that you can't see the results until after the campaign's run, and sort of, you know, clients sometimes need that reassurance. So there's a huge level of trust, and it's always the clients that have a really good relationship with the agency that end up doing the bravest work because they trust you to do that. I think it's getting stronger all the time. Marketers, it used to be sort of seen as purely the preserve of creatives, and generally younger creatives, but more and more we've seen clients coming down, and also with the fact that we're now going to have a week of creativity where we're going to have seminars and the work's going up and all of that sort of stuff. It adds more value to the client experience, and it gives them more of an insight into what creativity does and can do. We also now have a results sort of category in the Loeries as well. So absolutely, it's happening more and more, and it's happening around the world. It's quite important that clients see that agencies are winning awards on their main big brands. And more and more so you see that around the world, is that those are the case studies that prove to have the best results, because they're generally big clients, and you end up not having to worry about the proactive rush just before awards like we all generally do. We know it's incredibly difficult. It always ends up in a rush in that last month. But if you're sort of working consistently and you're working to a plan throughout the year, it's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier to do that. And also what it does is it means that you're not going to a client at the last minute and saying, look, we've got this great work and we want to run it. You're doing that throughout the year. So I think it's important to try and get that sort of culture going within your agency, and work on it throughout the year.